This AI is pretty fascinating. It's called Dimension Reduction Attack, or DRA for short, and this can edit or create images not using an image generator, but a video generator, out of all things. And apparently using a video model can be quite effective for a variety of tasks, including colorization, sharpening, and deblurring. So here are some examples. First of all, if this is your input image, you can plug it through this video model to actually deblur the image. So after entering your text prompt and running this for a few steps, notice that it's able to deblur this image very well. Or here are some more examples. On the left is the original super blurry image, but after plugging it through this AI for many steps, notice that it's able to deblur and sharpen this very well. Here are some additional examples. It's pretty impressive how it was able to sharpen and add so much more detail to this, given that the original image is so blurry. Now, instead of sharpening or deblurring an image, this can also colorize a black and white image. So here we have the starting image. This is completely black and white, but after entering a prompt describing how you want to color this and plugging it through the AI, notice that it's able to colorize this very well. Or here's another example where on the left is the starting image, which is completely grayscale, but it's able to add color to this super accurately according to how you describe it in the prompt. Now, in addition to deblurring and colorizing an image, this can also act as a control net. So you can input something like a depth map, and then with a prompt, you can get it to generate the complete image based on this depth. So here are some examples. You can see after multiple steps, it's able to generate the final colored image very well based on the original depth map. Or here are some more examples. After plugging it through this AI and running it for multiple steps, it's able to generate a complete image based on the depth and your prompt. Now, instead of inputting a depth map and getting it to generate a complete image, you can do the reverse. So you can start with a complete image and get it to generate a depth map of the image like this. Very cool. Or here are some more examples. This can also handle in-painting and out-painting. So let's say you have this starting image where a part of it is removed. Well, you can plug it through this AI and with a prompt describe how you want to fill in the blanks. And here is what you get. So this is a super versatile and flexible image editor, even though technically this is a video model. Now, instead of in-painting, you can also out-paint or basically extend the edge of a photo. So let's say you're starting with the image on the left. Well, you can describe how you want to extend this, and after running it through this AI for several steps, here is what we get. Notice that it's able to preserve the original style of the image. You can also use this to change the image to another style. So let's say for your prompt, you input Bitmoji style, and on the left is the input image. After running it through a few steps, notice that it converts the image into something like this. You can also use this for reference to image. So let's say you input an image of an object or character. Well, with your prompt, you can basically take that object and apply it somewhere else. For example, you can swap the background or get the character to do something else. The nice thing is if you scroll to the top of the page, they've released everything already, plus they also have a free Hugging Face space for you to try this out online. So here's what the interface looks like. You can choose from a ton of these different options. So for example, I'm going to upload this black and white family photo and I'm going to choose colorization. And then for the target prompt, I'm just going to put a family photo. Now you could specify even more details. So for example, the color of all their outfits. But for here, I'm just going to leave the creativity to it. And then down here, this is basically the number of steps you want it to go through before outputting your final image. Let's just leave it at the default of 50. All right, and here's what we get. So if we keep scrolling down, you can see it applying the colorization step after step. And after applying this for a ton of steps, you can see that the photo gradually becomes more colored. Anyways, there are a ton of different things you can do with this, so feel free to play around with this free Hugging Face space. Also, if you click on this GitHub repo, this contains all the instructions on how you can install this and run it locally on your computer. So if you're interested in reading further, I'll link to this main page in the description below.